we don't know what we're doing. I appreciate y'all watching and having the confidence in me to ask questions and think I can give you, you know, a coherent answer. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, hey friends and neighbors, this is Chuck out at Sheraton Park Farms. Welcome back to the farm. Ooh, got a little dark on us right there. Let's get back in the light. So over the weekend, a couple days ago, our friend Jamie from Seven Stands Farm and a co-worker, real good friend of mine, Dale, and his son Michael, helped us move our walk-in freezer. And we caught some footage of that. So let's roll some of that. I'm gonna talk a little bit about how that whole process went, what we done. We'll take a look where we got the freezer sitting now, talk about future steps, what we're gonna do with that thing. And you know, that freezer is a big part of our farm. I mean, that thing is really the linchpin in what we do in terms of being able to keep product for, you know, ourselves and for customers. So hang out for a little bit. Let's look at some redneck engineering. Actually, it's pretty good. These guys are pretty sharp. Let's look at some engineering on moving a walk-in freezer. It's a fun project. All right, so on the moving of this freezer, kind of how this process ended up going. Let's sit on the tractor here. How this process ended up going was, started out, we cleared everything out from around the freezer so that we could get to it without any, without, you know, a lot of obstacles in our way. And so we put one tractor on one side of the freezer and another tractor on the other side of the freezer, and put the forks under the freezer. And then we had some radios with some headsets, and Jamie was kind of our choreographer for the whole deal. He would instruct, I was on a tractor, Michael was on a tractor, he would instruct us to lift if one of us needed to stop or catch up. He kind of kept us in sync so that we were raising this freezer level from side to side at the same time. So we ended up spending, I guess it probably took us about 10 or 15 minutes to get that thing lifted up. We got it picked up, and then we choreographed Dale back in the trailer and under the freezer. So Jamie kind of helped manage that, told Dale it was okay to come if we needed to lift, if we needed to, you know, shift or do anything different. Then he managed that piece for us, while Michael and I kept the freezer lifted up and Dale got it backed under. So got the trailer backed under. Once we got the trailer backed under the freezer, we just very gently set that freezer back down. We took some, I think it was 1.5 inch blocks, cribbed under the corners and the sides so that we could keep the flat part of the trailer, or the flat part of the freezer, up off the trailer a little bit, so when we got it to the new farm, be able to slide the new forks under. So that's essentially how we got that thing picked up, trailer backed under, and then set it back down on top of the on the trailer.
Tell the camera how you feel about it being on the trailer.
Thank the good Lord it's on the trailer. Lord, nerve-wracking.
Yeah. He's on up a little more. All right, you're up. You're out of it now. You're good.
There she goes. We were able to get on the road, got it moving up the road, and didn't have any trouble coming up the road with the freezer. Dale did say that it was kind of like trying to drive a truck with a piece of 4x8 plywood standing up on its side. A lot of wind resistance on that thing, because it is, I think, 8 feet tall, 14 feet long, and 8 feet wide. So I mean, it's a substantial piece of equipment. So coming up the road, only issue that we had again was just meeting the wind resistance, but we took our time. I think we done about 60 or 65 miles an hour the entire way. I think it's about 96 miles from one farm to the next, and we were able to get it to the farm without any problem.
We'll go past it, and it's going to be the driveway on the right. Just a little ways up the road here, it'll be the driveway on the right. Okay. I think you can get out the road with it. So we're going to have to stop and evaluate then. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. He's waiting on oncoming traffic. Okay. Is your gate closed up here, Chuck? Did you see that line right there in front of you? Okay, you're clear. You're clear. Yeah, it's got a combo lock on it. Check if it falls off. Yeah, insurance might cover it.
I'm facing wires. I kind of went. That one bridge.
All right, so we got it here, and we got Dale's truck unhooked, and me and Michael's gonna hook the trailer up to the New Holland and pull it out there and see if we can get this thing shimmied around and get it in the spot. So finally got it on the property, so if we lose it now, maybe the insurance will cover it. So when we got up, or when we were loading the freezer, Dale, once we got it on there, Dale kind of jinxed us. He said, boys, that was so easy. He said, the worst of it's over with. Unloading it's going to be a breeze. We ain't going to have no problems unloading. Well, yeah, we did. So once we got up here to the new farm and we were ready to unload, we had a little bit of trouble getting the tractor situated because we didn't have quite as wide a space to get them lined up on each side. When we did get them lined up and we were starting to lift, one problem that we found was we were using the coyote here, and we could not get the coyote to pick it up off the deck of the trailer. We at the Greensboro farm, we picked it up fine. We were able to hold it up in the air fine to get the trailer under, but we just could not get that thing picked up here at the new farm up off of the deck. Moved around to the other side because we thought maybe the lift arms were a little too high. We weren't getting enough pressure, enough hydraulic pressure to get that thing picked up. So we moved to the other side. That seemed to help a little bit. So here at the new farm, we were picking it up with the Coyote and the New Holland. When we got it up off the deck and Dale started to pull the trailer out, part of the trailer was sitting on concrete. The rest of it was, the trailer was sitting on dirt. When he pulled the trailer forward, it caused the rear of the trailer to lift up and pick the freezer back up off of the forks, and we got it kind of cattywampus. That's a North Carolina term. Got it side-goggling. That's a North Carolina. We got it off square. So we decided that it was time to just stop, evaluate where we were, figure out the best way to go forward and not get anybody hurt and not tear up any equipment. Michael came up with a fantastic idea. We took a floor jack and we were able to lift the freezer up enough to clear where the deck of the trailer was going to be, cribbed it up real good, put some blocks under it so that we had it elevated off the ground, re-squared the tractors with the forks. We got everybody kind of squared back up, and we're able to put enough pressure with the forks upward to knock those blocks out so that Dale could go ahead and pull the trailer on out from under the trailer, or from under the freezer. So we had the freezer now free of the trailer. We were able to lower that thing back down to the ground, and when we got it lowered to the ground, we took a couple of old car dollies. These are some dollies that I found at a flea market. They're the deal where you put a tire in each one, and then you can roll your car around inside your garage or your shop or whatever without any, you can get in a corner, real tight space. Put a couple of those dollies under the back end, went around to the front, picked the front up with the New Holland, and just gently rolled it in. We might have used the Coyote. Just gently rolled it into the new space where we were going to have it. When we got it in there, we needed to turn it around because the door was facing the wrong direction. We put two of the other dollies under each corner. We were able to just spin that thing around, just roll it around by hand, no big deal, no problem. Get it in the exact spot that we wanted. Took the tractor, picked the front end up, pulled a couple of dollies out, then used a pry bar to lift the rear up enough to get the other dollies out, and boom, we had that freezer set. So good fun project. Nobody got hurt. All the equipment made it here safe and sound. So now we're just waiting on the electrician. All right, so this is a little different video. We didn't start out intending to film moving that freezer, but when we got down there, it was kind of interesting the way that we were working it. Jamie pulled out his phone, started video, and I pulled out my phone and caught some footage. And so that's kind of how this all got put together. But anyway, fun little project. We had a great day. Everybody at the end of the day was pretty tired, but we had a great day. It was a lot of fun working with Michael and Dale and Jamie, and just taking our time and figuring out that problem and just see if you can do it. And that really is kind of the epitome of sort of what we're doing here. Is we don't know what we're doing. I appreciate y'all watching and having the confidence in me to ask questions and think I can give you a coherent answer. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm figuring this thing out as I go, and that's really a lot of the fun of farming, is taking on those challenges and figuring out a way to solve a problem, and just making it work, and being out here in nature with all these animals and all the things that we do. But anyway, I've rambled enough. I always ramble too much. But anyway, like I always say, please, please, please remember to keep us in your prayers. May God bless you and your families.